is how you want.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Tisha and you're watching The Real Deal. So today on my channel we are going to be talking about why Azores is the best place on earth, or one of the best places on earth for you to retire. So being that I live here for 2 years now, I can honestly speak from my experience some of the things that you may like or you may not like if you want to consider Azores, Portugal, the best place to retire. So where is Azores, or where is the Azores, or as the Azorans say, Azores? So the Azores is 9 volcanic island off the coast of Portugal in the Atlantic, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So of the 9, I am currently living on Samigal, which is the largest of the 9. Anyways, so the first thing that's gonna let you decide whether or not you want to stay on this island is the weather. So we would say the weather is bipolar. So when we say bipolar, we mean we say rain, sun, wind, freezing in one day. One day. You got all that for. So yeah. So that we would call bipolar, because you never know. And most likely the one that is a must sometime is the rain. It's definitely the rain. So now it's a little bit cold now on the island, but it never gets below 0 here. And inside the house are normally sometimes more cold than the outside of the houses, especially the older houses. So yeah. So first thing about the island why you would want to retire here is the people. So the people, they are not so friendly. But once you get to know them, they are the kindest set of people you will ever meet. They are very kind. So you want to retire here. Sickness or old age will be your demise. Nobody gonna shoot you, nobody gonna stab you. You're not, no criminal activity, very little criminal activity on this island. So if you have your money and you want to retire on Samigal, it would have been the best place, because you have peace of mind. When I said peace of mind, you have peace of mind. So okay, so the people would like to invite you to lunch or dinner. So if you go to lunch at 12 o'clock, know that you're gonna leave at 3, because they love to talk and drink, having long conversations. So after the meal, you'll be talking and talking and talking and talking and forget the time. So Portuguese people generally have long lunch. People love to talk and drink. And drinking is very easy, because the alcohol is very easy to come by here, and it's relatively cheap, especially if you're buying the wine that is made in Portugal. You will get a bottle of wine for €2. Trust me, you will get a bottle of wine for €2. So remember, if you see me looking down, I am looking at my notes because I have to take notes. Okay, so in some parts of the world, for example in Jamaica, we like to have dinner the latest 5 o'clock. If it's not possible, we go to maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. But here, the practical time for dinner will be 8:30, especially in summertime. 8:30 dinner time every day. But dinner is not relatively something big. It's always something like the lunch is more bigger than the dinner. Okay, so if you wish to retire in this country, you're gonna need to have transportation. You have to have transportation. That's a must. Reason being, the buses run on schedules, and I think it mostly goes for the school kids. So you're not gonna have a bus leave every 15 minutes or every 10 minutes or so. You're gonna have a bus that maybe next 4 hours and things like that. So your best bet is to take in a cab. And it depends on where you're going. The cab can be relatively expensive, which is the buses are cheap, but it would be best for you to take to have vehicles. And mainly because, let me tell you something about the land. So the population is 10% of the land, and 90% is used for agriculture purposes. Okay, so the houses are in little villages, little cluster of villages. So you will live from, say, maybe 20 houses in Lombardowal cart, and then you have to go to say you leave Lombardowal cart, the next village would be Fayal de Teja, and that you have to pass. You don't pass any house on your way to Fayal, and then from Fayal you go to Agua Torta, and on your way to Agua Torta, you hardly pass houses along the road until you reach into Agua Torta. So that is how the houses are in little cluster, little community, but the rest of the land, you have cows, you have corns, mostly corns, but just cattle farming and so forth is on the land. Oh, so this is not why you want to retire here, but how they name the places, it just interests me how they name the places. So it's kind of a geographical thing, how the places are named for me. It's always some so for instance, you have Rio Grande, meaning big river. Rio Grande is a village. It's a villa. Yeah, it's a village. Then you have no Rio. Abira Grande, not Rio Grande. Rio Grande is in Jamaica. Abira Abera Grande is in, yeah, so Abera Grande means big river, because Abera is river in Portuguese. They have big river. Then you have Abera Kent, mean hot river. Then you have Agua Torta, water again. Then you have Lombardo Arcade, Lombardo Pico, Lombardo Lasso. All that is hill, is mountain. All the Lombards is named from some mountain. And then the Villa this and the Villa is our villages. Villa da Campo, Villa da Teja, or Furnace. Furnace is named from the active volcano, so they named that Furnace because most of the water there is hot. So for me, I don't know if that might interest you, but it's always interests me how everywhere I go, it's like you can see its name. It's like how we name things from people or some adventure that happened, like when the Spanish come and they first come to that place, and the wife of that man was Elizabeth, so they call Saint Elizabeth that name. Or Ocho Rios, because Ocho Rios was beautiful, like the first place Columbus landed. And then Spanish town, Saint Vega de la something, I can't remember it right now, was named after some Spanish people. So I mean, in Jamaica, we name the places from people. The names of people or some historic event that happened. But here, it's named from some geographical terms like Sexy Dash, Seven City, Sexy Dash, Seven City. You know, you have all the rivers, all the pond, all the lakes on that part. The beautiful lake, one green, one blue, is the same lake, but one side is green and one side is blue. One is just a sight to behold. It's beautiful and all that little beautiful. And the next thing, for me, the nature is not quite astonished. It's aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not astonished because I grew up in the country and I'm around nature, and Jamaica is beautiful. So when a lot of people is like taken in by the beauty, I mean, a little bit, it's nice because the road is always clean and the flowers along the side of the road all year round. You have different flowers that bloom at a certain time of year. So you have the summer plant and you have the winter plant, but it's always beautiful. The whole entire island is beautiful all year round. So they have their beautification project. So yeah, so this island produces a lot of fruits. Some I may know, some I may not know. But to tell you the truth, I try some and they are not bad. I really do enjoy some of the fruits that they have on this island. Some of them, we have them in Jamaica, because I am not one for the American fruits. I don't too go for that. I don't know why I don't like. But the fruits here, they are delicious and juicy, and I like. It's my kind of fruits they have. So this island grow a lot of fruit. They have two different kind of pineapple. They have the bakashi, they have ananas. The bakashi is my favorite. It's generally sweet. It's green. It's the one on the green skin, and the ananas is the one that is yellow when it ripe. It's a little bit sour, so I like the bakashi. It's good. Okay, dining in restaurant here can be cheap and it can be expensive. It depends on the one you want to go. And even so, if you go to a restaurant and you order the meal of the day, that you know that's gonna be the cheapest thing on the menu. And when you order stuff, you get two starches. You get a size of French fry and a side of rice. It's always come with your meal, especially if you order the main Portuguese beef steak. I don't remember what the name is called, but it's a steak with egg and in some nice sauce, and you get the rice, vegetable, and French fries. But I always omit the rice because I don't do rice anymore. Maybe once every 3 months or once every 6 months I would eat some rice, but I don't do rice anymore. Sometimes I feel for it. I don't deprive my body, but I don't get up and eat rice like that. So the buildings now, so you have some 16th century building here. They try to keep the infrastructure. So you have 16th and 18th century buildings, and those buildings are made from the volcanic stone, because you know the Azores, it's volcano. So all around the island you're gonna have volcanic stone and all of that. So the houses in that they were built from volcanic stones. So yeah, so most of the houses are built, but now the newer houses, they use bricks to do the building. But I think I have the building at the back of my house is made from the volcanic stone. It's still, and the outside you can still see the volcanic stone on the outside, because they haven't put any cement on the back of that one, which I like. I would preserve that. If I could get something to stain it and preserve it to show the thing, I would really like to do that. And as we are on the volcanic business, so the beaches have black sand and stone. So it's not like you're gonna come and see some nice white sand or pink sand beach. When you come, the beach is black sand and sometimes stony area. The beaches are stony, and then the beaches only work for a couple months of the year. After a couple months, the sea is rough. you cannot say. And the water, the tide get real high, and the water get real high. The water sometimes come over on the street at certain parts of the island. When they get real high, the water come over on the streets. Like, not really on the street where motor vehicle drive, but like on a little, you know, close by the beach. So the next thing, if you come here to live or to vacation and you're wondering heels, you cannot, if you're not a pro in heels, please may I beg you, do, especially if you're walking in the city, please do not wear heels, because how the road is constructed, it is difficult for you to maneuver the heels and the sidewalks. It's very difficult to maneuver the heels and the road and the sidewalk in the heels, because it's made from I think it's made from stones also, or bricks. It's made from bricks, so it's not a smooth area. It's decorative and all that something there. If you notice, most ladies here, they wear sneakers or boot with their dresses. So you might, in Jamaica, we see somebody in a dress and sneakers, we find it look weird, but when you come here, sneakers and dress, at the heat, especially winter time, and you have on your that stocking thing, and you have on your sneakers or your boot, it's normal. Because when the rain falls, especially winter time, those places are the sidewalk and the road is very slippery. Very slippery. So all in all, I know I have forgotten a lot of stuff, but all in all, okay, let me just add this. Food, organics. Meat, organics. Anything you want here, it's generally organic. If you buy local, it's organic, and buying local is cheaper than if you're buying foreign stuff. So yeah, and it's organic. Can you imagine me eating steak with all the salt and pepper and find it very delicious? No only for seasoning, no seasoning the hell out of the steak, and when you cut into your bite into your steak, you just close your eyes and just take in every bit of it, because it's so nice, fresh grass-fed beef, so soft, so naturally sweet. Trust me, I have never imagined that I could put salt and pepper on top of a beef and cook it, and a ribeye steak or a filet mignon or one of those steak, and eat it and enjoy the crap out of it. I mean, when we are cook beef for Jamaica, we season the hell out of it, and then we cook it on the stove for one good amount of time. You don't need this here. If I am pot roasting my steak, say for instance I'm pot roasting my steak, by the time I done brown the steak, tip water and brown the steak, you know, couple times, you know, the steak cook, you know. The steak cook. You don't need nothing more. You will overcook your steak if you follow. If you think of cooking it like how you cook it in Jamaica or other else part of the world, because those steaks are like corn-fed, hormone business. Yeah, eat the natural, real stuff, genuine, real stuff right here. Imagine, from you see, I have lost over 30 pounds since I come here. And I'm here for 2 years because of the way how the food just organic and just healthy and just, yeah, really good. So yeah, so of all that, and you still don't see why this is one of the best places to retire, I can't help you. I cannot help you. So anyway, before you go, please to like and subscribe. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, where you wait pan? In a real life, where you really a wait pan? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and please live, love, and laugh. Enjoy your rest of the day. Don't let no one steal your joy, and remember, always paying it forward. Please pay it forward. And when you pay it forward, it's not for For people, you do it for you. You don't do it for friends. You don't do it to tell a friend that, oh, I did this, I just pay it forward. You may never know. Sometimes your children, your grandchildren are gonna benefit, are gonna be the one benefiting from the good that you have done in life. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you in another video.